Hello guys, and welcome once again to my channel. If you have been here and if you haven't, it is so nice of you to pass by. If you didn't know, I am having a home decor or more like home improvement series, and today's video is going to be all about my dining room. So if you want to see that, just keep on watching. Alright, so let's get started with the most obvious things, which are the table and the chairs. So I really wanted a very rustic kind of farmhouse style table, but as you probably know, if you're interested in that type of table, they are extremely expensive, and I don't understand why, but I was so lucky to find this table on Walmart, out of all places, on the Walmart website, and it was only $200 or $300 I believe, which is such a good deal for a table like this. So I was immediately obsessed with it, and I immediately bought it as soon as I found it, and here it is. It is perfect. The bench does come separately. It is $100 I believe, and I was so excited to find this because when I was looking for a dining table for my home, I specifically wanted a table with a bench on one side because I have an open space area. I have a living room slash dining room, so I really wanted a bench on one side so that it would feel open and cohesive with the living room. So I was so excited to find this, and I am just obsessed with how the wood looks. On the website it looked much warmer, but I decided to take the risk on it, and I thought, well, the worst that can happen is that I have to return it, and I'm so glad I got it because I love it so much. Now onto the chairs. I really wanted great chairs because I thought, what if, you know, something spills? I really don't want to have them professionally cleaned, or, you know, like I was thinking about all of that. So I got great chairs, but I wasn't taking into consideration the fact that my couch is already pretty dark. So once I put the chairs together next to the couch, I didn't really love it that much. It was just kind of dark, but I also didn't want to own white or light chairs. So the genius idea that I had was to buy chair covers. So I got these are from Amazon. It is a pack of 4 and they're super inexpensive. They're less than $30, and yeah, they look so good, and everything just looks so much lighter and brighter, and I just like it way better this way. But also, if I ever have like a dedicated dining room separate, then I could have them gray if I wanted to, you know what I mean? So I think this was the smartest thing to do. Now onto the actual decor of my dining room. First, I wanted a centerpiece that had some green, some plants, and I got these at IKEA. They're super inexpensive, and I got 3 different ones just to bring more interest into the table. And I also got 3 different pots. They're also from IKEA, and they're also very inexpensive. I'll put the links for everything down below. And I got 3 different designs for the pots as well. Again, just to bring in more texture, more interesting designs into the centerpiece since it is so simple. As for my wall, I was between a large mirror and a really big rustic looking clock, and the clock was way too expensive, and I still haven't figured out a way to DIY that. So if you want to see how I made this mirror, I do have a video on it. I made it myself. It was super cheap to make, and it was a lot of fun, and it looks so elegant. It looks so expensive, and I get compliments on it all the time. And I also wanted to put a wreath on it because I've seen it all over Pinterest, and if it is on Pinterest, it must be fancy and cute. So I got this wreath. I got it from TJ Maxx or Home Goods, I think. I was at first looking for something completely green, so I went to Hobby Lobby looking for something, but it was too expensive, and even with the coupon it was just too much. It was like $60, and I was not going to pay $60 for a wreath. So I went to Home Goods or TJ Maxx, I can't remember, but I went looking for something, and I found this. And even though I originally wanted something completely green, this one was only $25, and it was still very beautiful. The flowers look very realistic, and it is very appropriate for like spring and summer. So definitely for like the holidays, I'll be changing it for something holiday appropriate. And I did hang that with a command hook. And by the way, I've gotten so many questions on how I hung up the mirror, and I use command picture strips. They are a lifesaver. My husband loves them because he doesn't have to hammer anything onto the walls anymore. So just as long as you pay attention to what the weight the strips say that they hold, then you should be fine. I have hung, I think, 50% of the things that are on the walls of my house. They are being hung with command strips, so they are amazing. If you saw my living room tour, you already know that these curtains are from like Amazon or eBay, I believe. They're super cheap. They're just chiffon curtains. They're really long, which I wanted. And then the curtain rod is from IKEA, and I really wanted to put the rod higher on the wall because I know that it gives the whole room just a bigger feel and more elegant. But when we tried to drill into it, this wall was not having it. It's just not working. So I've been thinking of putting command hooks on here as well. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. But definitely, if you cannot drill into your walls, consider command hooks and strips. And this video is not sponsored, by the way. I wish, but it's not. I just really like them, and my husband loves them even more than I do. And lastly, I don't keep like placemats and plate settings on the table because it collects so much dust, and I've done it before and I'm just really not about that. I'm not trying to, no, just no. So, but I didn't want to show you what I got for when I do have visitors or when we do use the table. So I thought that having different placemats would give the table a more interesting, creative look. So I got these two round ones from Amazon. They're just like, I'm not sure what the material is, but they're just round. And the rectangular ones are from IKEA. They're a nice linen fabric, and they would look way better if they were nicely pressed, by the way. But right now I'm not using them. I just wanted to show you what the table looks like once the mats are on the table. So yeah, this is what it looks like. I think having different placemats gives the table a more interesting look, even though there's so much white. Just having different shades of white, different designs, different patterns just gives everything, not just the table, but just anything you're trying to decorate, it just gives it a more interesting look. And that brings us to the end of this dining room tour. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of my videos. Next week, I'm going to show you how I upgraded my very old IKEA lamp, so stay tuned for that.